Well, it could be that day of upsets, and the stakes couldn't be higher, really. Even though we are at that early stage of the tournament, you don't want to be going down to the middle bracket and resetting right from the beginning. You want a chance to get that top 4 in the upper bracket at least, and contest for really that spot for Santiago nice and early on. For 100 Thieves and G2, they're going head-to-head. 100 Thieves have impressed, honestly, with the Sage comps that they've been pulling out. But this is one that G2 should be familiar with. They've had a VOD to review for 100 Thieves and how they're playing this Sage. Yeah. We're going to be hoping for a little bit more.
It was also G2's decision to go here to split instead of Pearl as the final 2 maps. So you'd hope that they've looked at that VOD and been prepared against it. But you're right that this game is incredibly important. You lose and you're right back to the beginning, essentially. Right? You've made some level of progress in terms of getting an easier opponent, but you really do have to muck it out right from the beginning of that middle bracket. You win and you get to play against Furia, who themselves are a huge upset team to get to this position. And if you beat Furia, I think I'm right in saying that you guarantee top 4 in the tournament overall. Not that top 4 does too much.
Yeah, it gets a little bit complicated.
You do need 3.
Yeah, in terms of where teams end up landing after the fact. Just because we do have essentially 3 brackets that you get folded into. But as the timer ticks down, map 3 of Split, hoping for a stronger start from G2 for 100 Thieves. It's an opportunity right for the taking. We're seeing early on, same business that Asuna was doing prior. Sage wall up into A main, blocks off any potential of a lurk from Baby Bay.
But it's on an early timing. It's not that mid-round timing that was so devastating for Valen's calling. It's a lot easier when the Sage wall goes up instantly and you know that at the minute mark, it'll be gone.
Yeah, the desk was talking about ways of counterplay, and Jorgamo is on the waylay, so there's always the risk that you get jumped on immediately off the rip.
He's certainly planning on doing that. He's planning on doing that to somebody this round. Yeah. Shorty in hand.
Shorty, refract, and a dash. Primed here with a stun, straight into vents. There's no one home, but it does give you a lot of space.
Does he decide to stay here? Yeah. Doesn't go for the refract. And now wall's down, and they've missed a little bit of a time in here. They're leaving Asuna very alone on ramp.
Being squeezed, potentially.
When this wall goes down, he needs a buddy.
Silent drop down. He's taking the right timing to at least vacate. Pull back. G2 are just waiting behind the wall. Guns out, well trained, onto the angles. The entirety of Heaven peeking out. Asuna going down to 50 HP. Stray shots on either side here. Cryo is also getting chipped down. 13 health, giving up a lot of control of this one. 25 seconds left. 100 Thieves are none the wiser. They've still got 3 players anchoring over towards B, and now only just getting a move on when they hear all these sound cues. Jorgamo, he's holding down the line, sees that jump, Cryo punishes!
What a bait!
Overextension, and yeah, it was just Jorgamo hoping that he could catch the rotates.
Oh, the heal value there from Vora is unbelievable.
Insane. They're all back up to 100. Filthy stuff, all that damage undone. G2's job just got a little bit harder.
He's playing support in Valorant.
Unheard of here. Flashes forwards, 100 Thieves. Taking it, but predictable angles that Leaf can just spam down. Assailed him with a little bit of lead. And Valen tucked close to default. Baby Bay cleaning up. This is G2. Entirely filling up that feed with red.
Heal didn't matter. G2 hitting heads and calling a really nice game. Now that they're familiar with what's going on, and the fact that the wall was used so early, they just took the whole of that mid space for free. And then their A-main lurk player is able to get in. Walls disappeared. Asuna and Cryo chilling towards the back of the site on A and not really able to stop anything from happening. Good signs early on from G2.
Yeah. Fundamental game plan of how they want to break apart this 100 Thieves comp working out.
But also, I think it is going to be sitting in the back of Asuna's head that he can't really early wall like that and give up full mid control. If you are going to early wall, you need to be stacking bodies into mid and fighting for it. And then you've got to return back to the area you walled on that timing.
Yeah.
40 seconds later. It does. That's kind of the problem with playing Sage, is that if you go for those early walls, you make the defensive rotations really predictable. It should be very easy for Valen to get the read on where the defenders are.
Tomatino might be in trouble soon enough here. All the noise made though in the world, so G2 are not feigning where they could be playing. Clearance into the site.
Right there.
Plant is going to be tucked to the side here, so many positions that you could play, but G2 are making sure that they hold on to main control the entire time. Smoke up, though, makes it difficult. Baby wants to try and square up and take a fight here because there are 100 Thieves players lurking around. He's only got a pistol to push them back, but he's taking that timing well. Oh!
That's crazy.
Them.
Crazy triple kill. And he's hard hunting for the ace.
Yeah, he's not afraid of giving away a gun at this point. Hunting for the ace will be denied, but at least the kill is potentially going his way as well. Announces himself, Bang is happy to return the favor, but meets his match in the form of Valen. So 2-0 for G2.
And it was only the Ghosts that they lost. Came into this one without deciding to invest fully. So now both of those players who had the Ghost will be able to upgrade to a Vandal or a Phantom. And it should make the bonus round bye really potent. Clean stuff.
Yeah.
Very good positioning from Baby Bay and from Leaf there. Sorry, from Trent. Super ready for 100 Thieves to go for a mid push. Anticipating that that would be the call on the eco. Even though it came from ramp, easy adjustment.
There.
So Asuna using the slow orb early on to control a little bit of space, and that'll allow him to pick a mid-round timing to go for the wall, which should be a lot more difficult for G2 to deal with.
Yeah. Bit of poking. Players vacating mid, though. Certainly Cryo is going to be home here. Flash Haunt. Perfect with the timing is the util. Jorgamo taking up a lot of that vent space as well. Looks like that is a clear game plan of G2 early on of how they want to punish this 100 Thieves comp. They're hammering this wedge into mid, making 100 Thieves feel really awkward, because look at Vora. I mean, he's looking left to right. He knows that Vents is contested, but he has to try and watch this just because Cryo is holding it all the way down. I mean, it's going to be that wall propped up early. The kill claim, nevertheless. Jorgamo might get another chance of himself, just backs himself out. Wasn't favored taking a fight like that. He is toying with him right now and waiting for the backup. Double dash over into the corner. Too many angles to account for. Leaf is there. Can't quite take a fair fight, but he waits for Baby Bay to get involved into the mess.
Immaculate team play, both in terms of how they overwhelmed A-Heaven and allowed Cryo to get traded out.
Spike planted.
Dropping down a real sound cues. There's a back open. Bang. Happy to claim that kill. That's going to be the ult offloaded nice and early. I mean, Leaf has used that rolling thunder to buy a bit of time. 2v2. Sidestep at the fault line. Possibilities for 100 Thieves, but that is it. Dashed away to the win. The bonus conversion for G2.
They set up their economy so that they would have those rifles for the bonus. And then the execution was sublime. The team play from G2, exactly what drove them to such great heights last year. Cryo there with his head on a swivel, had to be worried about Leaf jiggling over towards Heaven.
Nice crossfire, boys! Let's go, Jay!
That was clean.
Yeah, it's all about those crossfires, trade timings. The fundamentals were played really well in that round. This is more, I mean, is Timo just going to jump on somebody with a Bucky here?
It's going to be a punish potentially. Double dash up onto ramp. Vora.
What a shot.
Wow. So we were stunned up into that. G2 are going to look to see if they can continue to take a lot of this space away as much as they possibly can. Flash through. One's going to be broken. Smoke to replace it.
Space taken, and Valen can call for the team to slow down, but they are working with a player disadvantage. It's dangerous to reclear here, though. Asuna looks like he wants to go for it.
Smoke's fading. It's got an indicator, at least, that there's going to be players there. Going 1-for-1, still in the favor of 100 Thieves, and a flash re-peek. Posted up, Leaf is trying to take that fight. Doubled up alongside them. G2 are finding their way forwards.
100 Thieves had a player advantage in this round, and they've just thrown it away, but
still
it's back.
1v1. An ult to reposition. Skirts around. Leaf makes his way onto the site as well, and Bank's going to be hearing that one, so he knows it's going to be ending over towards A. Fault line, Heaven repositioned. Leaf is looking in the wrong way, but he snaps to it in time. 4 kills. We were questioning the switch up in terms of roles that G2 were going for, but Leaf is not looking lost.
He's 10-1 in a phenomenal position. Across stage 1 last year, Leaf was the biggest fragger for G2. And you just don't expect somebody to be put on, you know, a role where he's going to be playing Fade on Corrode and Breach here on Split. You shouldn't be expecting him to also be top fragging again. Across the offseason, he wasn't. He was the second lowest fragger, actually, for G2 because of his new role.
Yeah.
He didn't get any worse. It's just that he's put in less positions to take fights. But in spots like this, where the rounds get scrappy and he can have that late round impact, my God, what a beast.
They're taking over. Some major differences, though, from the last map to now as well. I mean, what a difference that it has when you have a VOD to review, to actually look at what 100 Thieves are running, because G2's game plan has been pretty clear to me. Put pressure onto the ramp player, threaten mid, take some of that vents.
This round, though, I think I would put down to more of a mistake from 100 Thieves, though.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They're in a player advantage spot, but they got antsy and wanted to refight over ramp control rather than sit passive and allow G2 to just take that space.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's good to go and be able to re-clear over towards ramp. It's great to know exactly where they are and whether or not they've retreated after G2 cut noise. But you're taking so many risks of opting into a potential big team fight there, which they did, and G2 won it.
Adjustments needed for 100 Thieves. Might not be this particular round, but we'll see how they manage. 3 players are looking towards mid while the rest of G2 are heavy prioritizing that B main controlled error. Too many stuns to sidestep there. TP to get back and away. Bang. Just want to give up his life, so commits it. 2 slow orbs pulled out on top of it.
Jorg keeping the dash. Ready, but never primed. Leaf is one away from getting a Rolling Thunder online.
It's fast moving. He's had one already earlier, to be honest. It's just how much he's been dominating early on. The plants online, 100 Thieves. Off of that, they get a bit of contact. They're trying to go for a bit of a re-clear play, but G2 weather it well. Bunker down, don't give up too many kills. They don't give up any kills really at all. There's another bit of danger though lurking around this one. Still, Timotino's gone. Spam as that smoke is lit up. On the other side of things, Vora, he's carved out a bit of a path and potential for the gun to be reclaimed. Rifle in his hands, and if Cryo gets work done, this could still get messy. Could still definitely get messy! Oh my God, he threaded the needle somehow, some way, and the shots are going wild and all over the place. Jorgamo takes charge of the situation. And now I think Leaf as well, got a bit of an inclination, may have heard it. Shots fired up towards heaven, yeah, they are fully aware. Vora, position rapidly assailed, and G2 keep it moving forwards. It was a weak goodbye from 100 Thieves. This round coming up is going to be the one to look at where they make these adjustments, but the trouble is G2, they haven't stopped. Leaf up to that Rolling Thunder.
How did Cryo miss the Bucky shot? That's my question.
Slow it down.
Where's the bullet gone?
That's
I mean, it's not a bullet, is it? But it's.
I mean, it's just
where's the buckshot gone?
Straight in between them.
Yeah. Somehow, some way, ended up missing there. But G2 were really comfortable in that higher paced area too. That's one of the strengths of Jorg. And they're going for an A-ramp fake pressure here. Stun, dash. Meanwhile, Spike and Valen located outside B. Jorg is supposed to survive there rather than going down, because now that he's died, all of this pressure revealed to be fake.
It's because he was alone. He was worried about the main angle. Him going down early. Not the best spot to be placed in. Jorg was the one really taking a lot of the space off the back of this double initiator util. With him going down, it's going to be a harder uphill climb in a round like this.
Yeah, it should be very difficult. The wall's also been placed over towards B. Valen should be looking to break that. But he's just walking up to it at the moment, making sure that Asner isn't playing on top of it.
The presence over. It's a good flash as well to slow down G2 for a moment. Smoke's waiting, ready. Valen's going to try and make a play for this one. Now with a roll in front, they're looking to speed this one up. Too much to account for. Asana couldn't quite get his aim in control in time, and Bang is being assailed now from multiple directions. Heaven needs to be dealt with. 100 Thieves putting their focus in all the right places, and Trent can't do it. Drop down into hell. Well managed by 100 Thieves.
First round on the board here, and I think the story's somewhat similar to Corrode. The wall had not been broken in B main when they went for the B split. Really strange stuff. Maybe they thought that it would give away the game too much. But there's 3 players here, and Bang, who's anchoring the site, never really needs to look towards B main. Valen's shooting at the wall, but he can tell it's only one guy shooting. He's not going to be swinging out through a smoke too much.
Yeah.
And Bang plays that spot with a lot more safety as a result of that.
Weaponry in the hands here. Double dash up to ramp again. Vora's just got this one in his grasp. A lot of also going to be popped off, and there's a timing to be taken. Timatino moves backwards. Hinder at the feet. Jorgamo's already in as well, trying to lay claim to most of this site with a pit. It's going to be helping them out. Blockade placed into the midst of the AE site.
Baby took a lot of damage there, and he's the player that needs to survive for the pit to stay up. The plant is outside of the pit, which is unusual.
It's a strange one.
But 100 Thieves are still going to have to take a lot of damage in order to get through.
Making a call to fight over ramp control now. Moving as a unit. Flash is good. Going to be setting these players up now to see if they can go steamroll it all the way ahead. Cryo forwards. It's like he's on ice skates watching the way he takes that fight, but again, this pit is another thing to play around, and towards the back of the site, Leaf has got it. All in his control as that pit falls as well. The opportunity! Oh! Of a lifetime to make his mark on the map!
That is astonishing stuff. Absolutely unbelievable. 16-2. First couple of kills, people are not paying attention, using Baby as bait. The final three are unreal, otherworldly.
Oh my God!
Yeah. That's a devastating clip to drop on 100 Thieves.
16-2.
He might still be good on the new role, actually.
You don't say.
I might not be worried about it as much as I was.
You don't say. Pulling off plays like that, the reset of his aim.
How many ults is he gonna get this half? He's going up to his third, right?
Yeah, like over under 4.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's on one here. Diligent again by G2. They know exactly the play to be made. Break the wall. Makes it awkward now for 100 Thieves. They have to keep bodies in place over towards A just in case.
Leaf's just wandered into B main alone. He's unkillable at this point.
Still taking those timings.
Did he grab the ult orb as well?
There's a lot of players waiting on the other side, though. If they're gearing up to go into a B here, they do have Jorgamo's ult. Urgent Paths is going to be useful for a spot like this as well. Aftershock into the corner.
Yeah, just thinking about using it here to clear out a player that might have light weaponry.
Yeah, here it is. Send it. Flying forwards now with the ultimates.
Nice paranoia.
Near sight, pulled back. It is paranoia. Uses a lot of his attention, but the player position's already pointed out, spotted out, and guess what? With those rifles in hand, just making a mockery of the situation.
Leaf gets 2 more.
Okay.
Gets his ult online.
Yep.
Go on, send it in a 4v1. You'll get another one anyway.
Spike planted. Good
Asking the Force to see if he can take a couple of these fights, but G2 not in the mood to be making any more mistakes like that, giving up any easy ones. Leaf ready, trying to peek. There's damage done prior, puts him low enough. Asuna aiming to farm up a clip of his own, but from a spot like that, yeah, it's really quite difficult to try and get past all of that util. 7-1 now for G2. Was a weaker buy of 100 Thieves, and yeah, G2 did commit ults into it, but guess what? Leaf, as we were talking about, another rolling thunder. Keeps it going.
It's crazy what we're watching right now. The level of dominance that was here for 100 Thieves on Corrode is now being showcased the complete opposite direction. And this one's not really, I wouldn't say it's a prep diff. I wouldn't say it's all just because they've had that VOD of 100 Thieves to watch. I mean, that helps. But I think it's also just G2 having a much better idea of how they want to approach this map.
They're taking fights together this time as well.
Man, they look so good.
It's not as disjointed as it was on that prior map.
I want to see Leaf ult this round because I think he could still get another.
At the rate he's been going. Pit in through mid as well. Does add a bit of a complication to G2's plan. For 100 Thieves, it might be a bit of breathing room that they sorely needed. Operator is one prioritized for Timatino.
Yeah, once Timatino takes contact, though, over here, he's got the ultimate to be able to slow people down. I mean, he's got the hinder as well. Then his ult, so he can buy time for rotates to come through. They've got a lot of confidence just leaving him here alone.
Prowler just trying to really get forwards. That's a punish and a half.
Oh, that's so sick.
Refract as that timing was taken. Rolling Thunder, hello. Trying to get a bit of a booster straight into the site. The Seas connects. Bang's just looking to lay it down a bit of lead as well, make it a little bit awkward for G2, but for now they're in a prime spot. Still, that wall makes it difficult, and sidestepping with the rifle aim. Vora's there, that's a cheeky angle. 100 Thieves are the ones that are finding all the advantages. Shotgun's out. Trem by his side, though. Jorgamo not looking too stressed, especially in a 3v3. The kills are claimed. Jorgamo's the one to put his name on it. Vora in a 1v2. Subtlest of angles, shots are missed and going wide, but Vora's weak as anything in an instant reposition. Potentially hurt, not even necessary. Trent was there to clean it up.
This round opened up by G2 having a great understanding of how the Waylay interactions work. They've been playing a ton of it too. It hasn't just been 100 Thieves who've been working on this in the offseason. Look at this here.
Yeah.
What a punish. Take contact early. You know that the Waylay is going to go for the refract, and Jorg is already all over it. We've seen so many cool head-to-head duels. The Waylay versus the Waylay, the chamber battles on Bind, where these teams are using one agent to counter their direct opposition on the other side.
It's really interesting, the metagames with that. Understanding the limitations of the Waylay.
Yeah.
Timatino's been posted there pretty frequently, and it's pulled out this second timeout now for 100 Thieves because they've realized it. I mean, they're in the exact same spot that G2 were in that previous map.
Yeah. Perhaps actually you could argue in a worse spot because their composition, I think, is probably better on the defense side.
Sure.
With the Sage and the Viper. And so being down 8-1 on this half of the map seems really tough to be able to run it back.
Gonna have to scramble together as many rounds as they possibly can on the other side of this one. Attack timeout fading away, but there's not too many more opportunities. Only 3 rounds left to play for in this half. Best case scenario, you bring it to 8-4. G2 not in a habit of slowing down.
They're looking to do an early stun, early fault line over towards B here. So previously they'd comboed this with the Saturate to try to put pressure on a B player. 100
Thieves have got a conversion pass over towards A. The Trailblazer catches contact, maybe they will send it. It's broken, they're gonna send it anyway. Running away, double dash, and that is an insane amount of distance you can get going. 100 Thieves do get it going over towards it now, but that secondary pull down, Cryo ready for the action.
Slow motion pull out there. But Leaf was jiggling the angle originally, and Cryo's good for it for 3.
Okay.
Holding as tight to the corner as you possibly could there, but his reactions are great.
G2 just trying to speed up through mid off the back of all that pressure. Baby calling 3 players at least that were just running him down. Still couldn't find a way past Cryo.
It's a nice set play to pull out when you're struggling so much there.
Yeah.
Good idea from the coaching staff of 100 Thieves. And Valen's going to be mopped up towards the end. An absolute flawless response.
Okay.
But they're still down by 6.
Yeah.
So they're going to need more of those. And they've already used one of those big ideas that relied on Timatino's ultimate. I love the idea of this, though, because you can... The Trailblazer gives you a very concrete idea of exactly where Baby Bay is holding. So even though he's as passive as possible, the Waylay ult is always going to be exactly in the right spot to catch him and then follow up.
Thieves didn't lose anybody, so they can keep the money going. We'll group up from G2. This is 5 players now. A lot of util used off the rip. Slow over to try and at least pull a little bit more out with the refract. Strugamo going back to safety. Timatino! It's a lot of damage. Valen getting chewed up in the process. Still steps forwards, looking to take a fight. He does only have the stingers. It's G2 are the ones that are in a sore spot with the economy. Wall up through main, and there's plenty more where that came from. 100 Thieves have got bodies applying.
Valen's in.
All the damage done. Valen is in. He's way ahead of the rest of his team.
He's fearless, though.
Carved out a bit of a path. Bang, though, with that deep push out. That's a spike. Drop down. This is getting really weird and messy. For now, it's Valen controlling the situation. They don't care about a spike. They never needed it in the first place.
What a wild round. Valen spearheading up straight through, despite the fact he took a shorty blast to the chest. He just runs up through, puts pressure on the player over towards Vent, and bang, even though he knocks down the spike, ended up losing that duel there to Baby Bay.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, me too, man. That was a chaos round compared to the real tight set play that 100 Thieves were running on round 10, sorry.
This is a weird one. There's like 4 players. Baby with the spike, so this isn't going to be rushed into B. I think they've just realized their mistake. Yeah. It's like a baton pass, like, oh wait, I'm not supposed to have this.
I think
swapping positions.
The early B main pressure as well is a response to the fact that Asuna was originally just throwing slow orbs for free over towards B. So now they've been throwing either a stun or a seize in this situation, the saturate. You know, there's so many different ways of being able to put pressure on Asuna over there. So he's had a harder time of things, had to wall over towards A. I actually think this might have been intended to be a B fake back into A, and that's why the spike was on that side of the map, but then when the wall came up, they had to adjust.
The wall was broken by Trent. Last round of this half. Martino going exploring, this is mid-round information that he's trying to gather. Seekers as well, points over towards B, one of them over towards A.
He's used all of his utility basically in this round though, just to gather that info.
Yeah, here it is. When the ults start getting floated, Bang just sends the paranoia forwards. TP to try and cut this way across. Jorgamo straight out of there. Plenty of bodies and ready to gear up for this fight now. 100 Thieves are squaring up for the scrap. Fully winning this one out here, Baby Bay. Trying to do something about it. Trent trying to receive that action. Gets involved a little bit more from the side, and suddenly 2v2 knives out. That is the wrong time for it. Asuna's finished, but time, pressure. And Bang can still win this. They have to come to his site. Deep with the smoke as well, but Trent just baits out those shots, and time matters not for G2. He wrapped this half up 10-2.
It's scrappy, it's chaotic towards the end, but it's also completely dominant for G2. When you look at the scoreline, a 10-2 half here, with 100 Thieves playing the Sage on defense side, and that is surely running. Yeah. Diabolical.
Yeah.
But we were singing the praises of 100 Thieves after map 2, and now they're in a very tough position.
Slide through, making moves, tell them fact check, go and get the truth. Who you know like us, go and get it jumping, gotta be the shoes. I was down bad, tripping, still kept the vision, had to see it through. Got them all tuned in like we in the hills, whole lot of view. Know they watching, what they saying, 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 what they saying. Know they watching, what they saying, what they saying, what they saying, what they saying, what they saying.
10-2 is a ridiculous beginning here for G2 on the final map in this series with a ton of stakes involved, honestly. It's the difference between getting that break if you end up winning and getting into the top 4 of the upper bracket versus starting from the beginning again. And for them, yeah, you can see them popping off. It is vitally important. 100 Thieves are not going to be given up just yet, but it is one hell of a mountain to climb.
It's incredibly difficult. And like you said, the game matters so much. It's the difference between going and facing Furia to go deeper and deeper into this, and honestly looking good to go towards Santiago, which is crazy this early on.
Yeah.
And on the other flip side of it, if you lose this game, you go back and you have to play against Loud right at the beginning. And there's so many opportunities that would then arise for you to take that second strike.
Yeah, there's no slouches in Americas at this point. Every team is making upgrades, condensing the tier lists. Big group up here, 100 Thieves. 4-1 split, Cryo looking to hold on to this pressure, but he's going to be meeting his match. This is slow walk up, creeping up onto the line, and Cryo, wow, that shot's spoil it. He's just trying to play his life, get the hell out of there, but he's being chased. Jorgamo hungry for it. It's blood in the water, but he'll give it up eventually.
Cryo's played that really well. Almost got completely caught out on the timing. Can he survive in mid, though?
Yeah, we'll see. Again, the danger's lurking, still finds his way through it! Wow! 2 quick kills at that. Cryo's going for it. Valin somehow finding it. At least got to duck down. A lot of players, what is that? Adjust the aim. Bandit in hand. Finds it straight to the dome. This guy's locking onto them. Sharp shooting. No slowing down for him. And with Jorgamo creeping from the back. Starting to see now a real win possibility. A pistol round for G2. Highly likely. And now fully sealed up.
Leaf again is absolutely vile, man. Vile.
Yeah, those shots were something else.
21 kills across 13 rounds. Both of them are absurd. It's been a monster. It's at 1.6 kills per round.
Okay. On
which
breach.
Is freakish behavior. More than twice the next player on G2.
Has to be the force out of 100 Thieves now. Barely any breathing room at all.
G2 are playing retake over towards A by the look of things. So
yeah.
If this is speedy, if this is quick, 100 Thieves may be rewarded with a plant.
Going to walk up as much as possible without using any util of their own. A couple of stray shots. Trying hoping to get lucky. Potentially with the tag, the wall up. 100 Thieves digging into the playbook for this one. Seen this one from them. Jorgo getting a bit of information. Back to safety as well. And Trent looking to just contain up control of screen, so it makes it a little bit easier now for G2 to play this retake. They set their attention over towards Heaven. Timatino's got to put a stop to it. Asuna potentially there as well, but the guns, the weaponry, it's just not ideal. Leaf, another cleanup and another kill claimed. Add it to the tally at this point. This guy is not stopping. Quick round take all the way through. 100 Thieves though, they do punch back. G2 still in a bit of a position to potentially fight them here forwards. Again, the Stingers are doing good work. Valin now left alone. No way! What is that? And the smoke obfuscates. Cryo can see it. He knows where to spam. Surely the angle's right from half. Valin, damage done. Surely he can't win this. Surely not at all. Cryo stood it in the palm of his hands. One more shot is all it needs, and time ticking away. Cryo knows he's got this in the bag. Surely, yes, indeed.
It's a great effort from Valin towards the end. Took everything for 100 Thieves to be able to get that one across the line. But it's important. They decided to force up there. G2, their economy's going to take a tumble for it.
One enemy remaining.
That is disgusting. How G2 get those kind of shots going with the Stingers, I don't think I'll ever understand.
Yeah.
But it's super critical now for 100 Thieves to take this tiny little lifeline and run as far as you can with it. You've got to be able to win this round cleanly, and you've got to use it to generate some ults as well. You've got to get this ult cycle going.
Matino steps up to the mark.
I mean, whose ultimate with this composition do you really want to work around as well? I think it probably is Timatino's.
Yeah.
Cryo's is good for post-plant, but doesn't help you get in. And Asuna's can be useful, but it's
situational.
Very situational, yeah.
Very far back is the hole by 100 Thieves. I mean, they're willing to give space, but they've got trap plays lurking. You can see with that paranoia primed. Looking for more exploration of G2. They're making a call here to gamble stack of G2 over towards the B site. You're hearing a lot of noise pressure, so feeling like it is going that way, but 100 Thieves don't rush into things. Moving back to mid.
There's a lot of trap play potential for G2's comp as well. You know, you could be running into any of this breach utility. Could be running into a slow from Jorgamo as well. You do have to be cautious. Looks like they've avoided that huge trap on B.
Yeah, Bucky.
30 seconds left.
Jorgamo's hands.
Surely only one, though, at most.
Yeah. Oh, seen magic moments before. He's got a pocket to play in. That stun does connect. Moving through, though. Light speed to try and disengage, but he wants to go for a little bit more. Now the team's starting to join him, and he's got backup. Arriving time, running short. Jorgamo, he can't be doing this to them. Refract back round the corner again. Bang! That's the TP deep. Time of the essence. And it needs to be stuck down, but the health advantage not there. Trent could just win this classic in hand. If his aim rings true, could be everything for them! Trent! Takes it away!
That's a devastating 2v1 to lose for 100 Thieves. That round had to be clean, and it's anything but.
Wow.
Make it fair.
Goes for the right click at the end as well. I mean, Leaf, to me, actually is the savior of this round as well. The stun that came in onto Timatino, and then immediately running in to be able to double bucky the A-main choke, caused so many problems for 100 Thieves, and then Trent plays that 1v2 at the end beautifully with only a classic in hand. 9 rounds in a row 100 Thieves would have to put together here. Towards the end of Bind, and now here on Split, G2 showcasing why they're a cut above.
Yeah. Guns not looking too hot. Timatino slowed down to a degree. It's a fast play by 100 Thieves, and as Bang commits.
They've seen that before in the previous game as well.
Yeah, the mistakes made.
It's a nice idea. I like the play. Bang's ultimate clears out that area in theory, but Baby Bay was so ready for it.
Yeah, what a difference night of preparation makes.
Yeah, that one definitely is helped by the VOD footage. And that's exactly the kind of thing that 100 Thieves would have loved to avoid.
They can be grasping for anything at this point. Flash. Regroup now from 100 Thieves forward. That's a rolling thunder. Caught for with the fight. Hinder drops around to the corner. That's a bit of a bait and switch. That's nice. Timatino, head of the wall. Bebe was not ready for that fight, but Leaf's still looking to hold this one down. A dink through the wall, trying to well train with the aim, but he can't quite manage it. Timatino takes over. Buys a bit of a lifeline now for 100 Thieves.
Well, he had 5 kills coming into this round, and he got another 3 there.
Still danger though. 100 Thieves are not out of the woods just yet. Jorgamo, one more kill, he gets the ult. Trent as well, nothing to scoff at. Position like this has a lot of damage into the corner. The dinks are done and the damage at that. Conversion pass, it's ready. Lets it loose. Carves out a piece of the map as well, but 100 Thieves, they sidestep it and play around it.
Good work playing together there, 100 Thieves. Vora and Cryo hold hands and escape from Jorg's ult. G2 applying tons of pressure, but their economy's gone again.
Down B.
What a round from Timatino. This guy's got talent. They've just struggled to get him activated in this game, and I think mostly that's credit to G2. There were so many moments where Timatino was pushed up in a spot where you expect him to get value, and G2 just completely had the answer. They were very ready for it. G2 looking to set up a trap play or some fast aggression out here. Just controlling the space.
Slow in the fault line.
Doing a thing.
Looking to walk up into the
They're
smoke
getting
too.
into their own one way.
Yeah, trying to pop straight into their faces. Jorgamo.
Does 100 damage to Bang.
Valen's just TP'd across. I mean, it's pinged out, so 100 Thieves are wary and wise to it.
Now, this is about the worst part of the map to fight with a Stinger, but I feel like Valen's still going to get one. He's ridiculous with this.
They're running him down, still looking to make that clearance necessary. Spraying it down, whips out a classic, not enough. And the res in the back pocket, so Asuna immediately willing to let that one rip to undo the damage done.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Still up though. Possibilities for G2 to get a couple of kills, but now it's dwindling. 100 Thieves should have this one. Cryo's going to be seeing if he can take it to space. It is risky, but
I think
team walking to B.
Even if he dies here,
One enemy.
which he's supposed to,
That's okay.
he would get a bunch of information for the rest of the squad as to where exactly players were positioned.
Yeah.
30
Yeah,
seconds.
Jorg was devastating last time they were playing on an eco with the Bucky in hand, but no such opportunity this time around. 100 Thieves much cleaner from them this time with the gun advantage. But there's still such a long way to go.
Yeah, many more rounds needed for 100 Thieves. They're hoping this will be one in a long line of them, just to bring it to OT.
They've got plays that they pull out of the strat book. We've seen it on the attack side and the defense side, especially revolving around these ultimates.
Yeah.
But how deep does it really go? We've already seen them play this map once. G2 were ready for the Omen all play round. Can they really put together 7 in a row? It can't just all be on the set plays.
Yeah, at some point the playbook will run dry.
Absolutely. They've got to be able to put together some rounds where they just scrap with G2.
It has to be perfection. As close to it as possible.
In terms of pulling out one of those set rounds, though, this would be a great opportunity because you have Timatino's ultimate. And on the other side of things, G2's economy is still not in a good spot. Despite the fact that they would be on an extended loss bonus, people are buying down to the bottom of the barrel again.
Putting the attention towards mid. TP flash. Sets up bang into B main.
Jorg is buying a Spectre, Leaf is buying a Bulldog.
It's a little bit all over the place.
It's not really how you want to close a game out.
Stun peak. Not the best gun to be taking these long-range fights here. Dink shrugged off, really. Slow orb smoke in your face. Baby is safe as long as he doesn't really move from that spot. Cryo hunting for opportunities.
Was he seen, perhaps? I don't think so.
And still jiggling the angle. Out wide. Trent wanted to square up to it as well. He actually committed to that one. Seekers now going to be pointing 100 Thieves in a direction to potentially avoid. Two of them moving over towards A.
Leaf's picked up the weapon that Trent dropped.
Vora's found another one. Jorgamo's down. B main compromise as well. It puts Valin in a really difficult spot now. He's got to do it all from a spot like that. Good aim. Just connects in time, but 100 Thieves have got this one again in their grasp. Complete control of the situation.
Yeah, this one's completely sealed up, and this is where G2's decision to invest really heavily, buy down to the bone every time, is starting to come back to bite them. They had, it felt almost infinite opportunities to close this game out, but things are going to start to get a lot tighter.
Yeah.
6-12. 6 more of these rounds needed, but G2's buy is going to be bad, as we were talking about. 100 Thieves didn't really have to use those big ultimates. They used the Seekers in this round, but they've still got other ways of winning.
GT potentially letting 100 Thieves back into this.
Well, I think the other big thing to adapt out of this, Josh is looking through the strat book. Where did we come up with that? Yeah. Trent gets 1v1'd over towards A.
Buy down to Spectres and a Bulldog. No. Cross that one out. We're not using that one again.
Cryo's a threat to deal with, though. If he's going to be able to get timings like that and take ones against Trent, he's a powerful mechanical player. You can't let him feel like he's free to take space. So they're looking to try to bully him a little bit this round.
Well, space is a good stun, but a shorty just out of range. However, the Stinger will bite back. Follow through here. Valen's in a very tough position and spot. Sidestep there with a TP. He does avoid the convergent paths. But again, these guns, they hit hard and heavy. Close quarters, spamming away. Baby can't get anything done.
Spike planted.
It's a nice start for G2, but 100 Thieves clean with it. Those 2 kills from Vora, really important to make sure 100 Thieves were able to get in onto the B site and quell all of those problems. They're putting those rounds together. They're putting one foot in front of the other here. And Leaf has slowed down in terms of his fragging impact too, which I think is a very nice thing to see for 100 Thieves.
Okay.
Last player standing.
Important to G2 do a bit of damage here. Messing around with it, Asana. I'm gonna let it go unnoticed. They're able to get out at least 3 of these guns intact, keeping it going. The economy pressure definitely on the side of G2, despite the massive rounds. Weird spot to be placed into as well, because all it takes is one thrifty.
One enemy remaining.
But I think
Okay.
I mean, yeah, tag timeout being called here by G2. Josh was cycling through the strat book. We saw him a round ago, just taking a look at that, and now looking to call something specific to get them over the line. If they lose this round, they're again onto a bit of a wonky buy, so they're constantly in this situation where they've got opportunities, sure, but they have less than it appears based on the scoreline. And 100 Thieves are doing a good job. They have kind of run out of these ults, though. They used the Seekers to win a previous round, and there to close out on an anti-eco, Timatino was forced finally to use the Waylay ult.
Yeah.
And the ult cycle's starting to get really hot and heavy for G2. So this, the most difficult hurdle to cross for 100 Thieves, I think. They need something special in this next round. So it's kind of nice that Josh RT has given NBS an opportunity to talk.
Pivotal for both teams. Very important that G2 don't let this one slide, because, as you said, if they lose this, I mean, at this point, it is open for the taking in terms of comeback territory. Not too much in terms of ults. We've already mentioned that. 100 Thieves have got to continue to make no mistakes. G2 could shut them down right now.
Bit of a scrap looking like it's going to develop over here in B main while the spike actually goes A.
Fault line, held here to Martino. Tucked into the corner. It's just a fault line to set up that B main crossfire.
Back in a flash.
Trailblazer
Nice.
broken by Valid. Hinder forwards. It goes pound for pound, and Jorgemont ready to pounce. Kill claimed.
Bye-bye.
Again, G2 one step ahead when it comes to these Waylay versus Waylay battles. They've got such a good understanding. Canvora's calling Bale 100 Thieves out, because this is such a gap.
Trent's missed the timing there with a Prowler. It hasn't spotted his players. He is in a more passive position. He's got a lot to cover as just one player. Hard pressed into the corner, and 100 Thieves are willing to walk all the way out the haunt. Should spot this though. Broken, snakebite clearing. What a fight to be taking. Trent is already trying to really assert himself onto that timing, but it's evened out anyway. Bang, watching for the encroaching players.
That's a crucial kill, equalizing the players. 3v3. Hasn't they get to plant down? Do they think about Leaf on the flank?
It's a lot of ults. Here we go. Convergent pass. I mean, Jorgs just let this one rip. For one particular reason, Leaf has been inserted now. All that distraction, and 100 Thieves are now corralled into the site. Nowhere left to play in. G2 can slowly close the net and slowly close out this series. We've got to play this one tight together. Asuna looking to see if he can get ahead of most of this one and be that playmaker. There's timings to potential happen, trying to really escape it all. Bang, puts on the anchor smoke. Jorgemont is finished. 1v2 immediately dissipates. 100 Thieves. They navigate one of the more difficult rounds that they were going to be facing in this battle of a comeback.
Yeah, that's a critical one. And G2 had the advantage in the retake too. The Waylay ult to distract for Leaf coming around the back, put Bang especially in a really tough spot, but he is so good in these anchor positions, and that's what this essentially became. Throws down a smoke for himself to be able to play around, and he and Asuna thrived in that spot. Pressure back on G2 now. But remember, one mistake is all it takes.
Yeah, with ults like this as well, there's opportunities abound for G2, even if they don't have the guns.
I'm a bit surprised that they're using it on this round rather than the next, though. I think conventional wisdom would say just save up the ults for one round to get across the line.
Just going to plug up that middle section of the map. Jorgemont holding it down. In danger of being cleaned up here. The Trailblazer forwards. Prowler broken on either side. Jorg goes for it. Hones in with that Bucky.
There.
The Bucky play was devastating. A previous eco round, one for G2, because they were able to get Leaf and Jorg with the double Bucky pushed up right to that A choke point.
Res available.
You will not.
But with 50 seconds and a res on this side of the map, you just keep 3 defenders here. And once again, Leaf and Jorg might terrorize them.
Yeah, the Caesar's good. Ingrained positions here from G2.
I like going heaven and dropping into sight though here. It does make it a lot more difficult for the Buckies to get value.
35 seconds so as time starts to become an issue. Mistakes potentially forming, and this could be where G2 find their win, their way to close out this series. Comes out to this now, taking a bit of a peek, a lot of damage done. Leaf's going for it now. Decade down to the final moments. They're spraying them down. Weaker weaponry be damned, because G2, they found their opening, and they strike where it hurts most. Bang! 1v3, doesn't know where the players are. At this point, they're toying with him. Plan to be played for, it's the only win con he's got, but denied even that. G2, steadily, inevitably, they move further forwards.
A day with Furia awaits. An upper bracket game that I don't think many people would have been anticipating, but this one ended up being a match to remember.
Yeah.
Very one-sided halves on Corrode and on Split, going in opposite directions, but in critical moments, G2 pulling ahead. I think Bind ended up being the most important map of them all, though, and we opened there.
Absolutely. 100 Thieves, I think, showcased as well a lot of grit in this match. Danger throughout the entirety of the series, but for G2, yeah, I mean, they wiping the sweat off his brow.
They definitely got pushed here. They got pushed, they got tested, but they showcased that they can close out games, and they can deal with the threat from 100 Thieves. One to make you feel good about both teams, though, I think.
Yeah, I would hard agree.